if you can hear me very well and clearly, put your say I in the comment section. Yesterday was an amazing night. Tonight is going to be another super cool night because I'm here with Lami on a Sunday night. It's a weekend, so the party is just starting. But before we continue, I will, try to share, what is it called? Um, the links. I'll try to share the links to you guys so that you can join us in this session. Lami, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm very okay. Good evening.
Okay, so we are sharing on Facebook, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the link is here to you. Um, okay, I think I've gotten it across to you. Do you
Okay.
want to share to LinkedIn? Do you want to share to LinkedIn as well? So when you share, you come back so that we know you are back. And whenever you are off the screen, your network goes off. Hey, Lami, are you there? We are waiting for you.
Okay, I'm here. I just finished sharing. I'm here.
Awesome. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, guys, like I was saying, Lami is somebody I've known a couple of time. I will not go into that area so I don't spoil the fun. Um, but right now,
Okay.
Lami is a boss and she's the founder of the Lami brand. They are a branding agency. They run branding and communications, but then it will not be nice for me to eat the frog she's supposed to eat with her mouth, with my own mouth. So I will allow her. So Lami, what's up? Let's meet you.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, boss, for having me. Okay, my name is Lami Tanko, but I use Tanko Lami
Yeah.
officially as my brand. This sorry, let me ask. This link you just shared, is it different from the one I shared?
I sent you a link on Facebook now.
Yes, the first one you sent me to share, I've shared it. You sent another one just now.
No, the first one. No,
That
the first one is a private link
oh, so I should
for
delete
just
it.
you.
Oh my god. Wait, wait.
Yes, it's the second one that is Facebook. I get you. I get you. Don't worry, we'll wait for you. We'll wait for you. Guys, as you come in, say hi, greet us, and if you have a question you've been trying to ask me for a long time, you are seeing her on camera to be able to answer that question instantly. So introduce yourself and 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 ask Lami any question. Um, yeah. So we are going to come back. Introduce yourself first, then ask Lami anything you think you want to ask her, anything you want to know about her. You should ask her before she comes back. Okay, are you back?
Yes. The second link you shared now, the one with not the Facebook own, the
Yes.
StreamYard own. Okay, I just edited. I just hope Facebook gives it some visibility because they are somehow angry at links currently. They don't like it. So
No,
I hope
the
it
second link is
there's
a the second link is a Facebook link.
which link do you want me to share on my Facebook wall?
The second the one
The second
the one let me comment on that one now. Let me comment
oh
on it
my
now.
god.
Hmm?
Okay.
Let me comment on the one you will share now. So that there won't be confusion. This one.
That was the first one I
Yeah.
shared that you said that's not you. That was the first one I shared and you said it's a private link.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was the
So
one.
okay, so the StreamYard one that you
Yeah.
sent me is for what? That one is for
Is your private that is what you came into the room with. Okay. So while we wait for Lami to, sort out the sharing thing because she wants people in her community to be able to hear her, say her story in an unusual and in an uncommon way. Um, in between these stories, you are going to learn strategies, you are going to learn tools, you are going to learn resources like that you can implement into your business growing out as a creative. Starting out, how do you do as you're writing your content on Facebook, whether you are getting likes, whether you're getting visibility, whether you're getting engagement and comment. How do you do? What do you do to make it a business that actually pays you, makes you make profit, you make money, you grow in it. Those are the things we are going to discuss. We don't say this, kind of a disclaimer. We don't say this to mean that everybody's going to get the same kind of results because work ethics are different. As results will never be or can never be typical. Somebody will wake up in the morning to do a particular kind of job. Some people will wake up early, some people will not wake up early. You get, so the results that you get from that she will get and the results you're going to get or the results we are going to get from this side will not be the same. It will always be different results. You get me? So let me, you're back, right?
yes, I'm back.
Welcome
I
back.
shared it. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you
Okay.
too. So like we were saying, Lami, I've known you for quite some time, 3, 4 years, right? I don't think I can remember, but I think it's about that period of time. And I can say you are that young, will I use timid or vibrant, or timid plus vibrant girl from Jos, came into Abuja with nothing, and now you are one of the biggest brands to be reckoned with in Abuja here. So can you give us that backstory and let's see you be inspiring because we take this story seriously because it moves somebody from nothing to something. We are not saying if you have something or if you had people that could help you, you will not grow or you will not thrive. I'm saying that for people that think there is no hope for them, let them hear your story. All right.
Okay. I have a lot to share. I don't even know where to start from. Okay, let me start from
Start
the
from
one that
anywhere.
I
Don't
can
worry.
start. Yeah. So yeah, I came into Abuja with just my skill set. I didn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anybody that I've built any tangible relationship with in Abuja. I just have my Facebook family in Abuja. But when I relocated to Abuja, nobody in Abuja knows, none of my Facebook friends in Abuja knows that I relocated to Abuja. and so I just came in with my skill set. That was just creative writing. I just know how to write, and I'm good with business, and I'm a very sharp, smart lady. I know that. That was the only thing I carried to Abuja. So when I came to Abuja, luckily for me, the people were like, accommodation in Abuja, accommodation in Abuja is not funny, and all that, and all that, and all that. But luckily for me, I met an old friend in Abuja that linked me up with his friend, a lady, that I should stay with her I should stay with the girl till I'm able to sort myself out. And the girl said, the best she can do for me is for me to stay for just 2 weeks I leave her house. you know
Wow.
I was grateful for that 2 weeks. That was the genesis and the beginning of my journey in Abuja. That was a major challenge. When I
So,
asked
so
how much.
hold on, before you go too far, I want us to go into a little of you before your skill set came in. What
Okay.
pushed you to acquire that set of skill sets and your life literally in Jos?
Okay. So what motivated my creativity? Because my skill set in a nutshell is creativity. That's just the
Mm-hmm.
name to call everything I do, creativity. So
All right.
what inspired it? It's just it's an in thing, it's an inborn thing. But then I ignited that fire of creativity in me when I started learning how to read and write. So when I started learning how to read and write, I was a very good reader. I read a
Awesome.
lot, and I love to read stories. I love to read what is going on in the world. So the more
Awesome.
you read as a child, it sharpens your imagination. So you think differently from your peers,
Mm-hmm.
from your classmates, you think differently. So I think that was the genesis, that was the beginning of my creativity. I read more. In fact, there was a time they gave me best reader throughout my secondary school days. Every graduation they give me gift, best reader, because the person responsible for selecting best reader in that time was our library prefect. So she knows how much I collect books. I read on time, I return it, I review the book. When I review, I take it to my literature teacher and say, sir, please help me check this. Is it okay? So they became interested in me because I stood out among many students. Like, I'm putting extra effort into doing some stuff outside school curriculum, like book reviews, writing. I was literally writing. I still have those books till today. Notebooks that I
Wow.
would buy with my break money. I will use 14 naira, 15 naira, 30 naira to buy 20 leaf, 40 leaf that year. Then when I buy, I write stories. I write my own novels. Now, what inspires me to tell stories or to write novels was the imagination I get from reading other books, other stories. If I read Chike and the River, if I see what happened to Chike, how the writer mapped out the story and all that, then I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
what if, you begin to ask the question as a creative, what if instead of Chike
Mm-hmm.
as a man, what if it is
Mm-hmm.
Chigozie as an old man? You begin to, because of the
Yeah.
inspiration or the idea, the way your imagination is broad from reading one
Yeah.
particular book, it inspires you to create another another story, another thing from the imagination you get from reading another book. So I think that has been what I know. That was what ignited my creativity since I was in Jos. So I started writing. People started noticing me, and I became very bright in school. I was active in debates. So
Good.
yeah, I was very active in debates. And when it was time to choose career path, my uncle I was living with in Jos said, "Oh, you're very intelligent. So go and study, go for science. So that you become a medical
Mm-hmm.
doctor." To be honest with you, I wanted art. I wanted art because I read, I write. I was very smart, and I am very smart, and there is no debate right from junior section. there is no debate my school would go for that Lami will not be part of it, except it
Yeah.
except there is a age gap that or class gap that they will say, okay, it's not junior student, it's senior student. That's when I will not go. But if it is open, my school, right from junior section till I graduated, I'm always the first speaker for debates and all that. So I wanted to
So,
go for, yeah.
okay, go on, go on, go on. I don't want to
Yes, sir.
interrupt you.
Okay, I wanted to go for science, but no, for art to sharpen my stuff, passion and all. But my uncle said, "You're very smart. You should go for science so that you become a doctor." To be honest with you, since he said that thing to me, it changed something in me. And I was like, okay, if this is what my uncle wants, I'll go for it. So I went for science. I didn't fail. I still excelled in science. But after school, science died. I went back to art. I started writing scripts, real movie scripts. I started writing
Wow.
real movie scripts for NFI students. Some of them would contact me. Some of them that know me with writing story, know me with telling stories, knew me, anything. They will call me. They will say, "Let me do this for us." They tell us to create a story. This is the storyline. Can you bring out something? I'll go ahead. I'll do it. So when I noticed that they were needing my attention, both art students in school, mass comm,
Yeah.
yeah, NFI, they will say, "Lami, can you do something? Can you do something for us? This is the storyline." I'll sit down in no time. I create it, and they've never failed. Let's say, out of 10 students, I ghost write or do the assignments for. Out of 10, like maybe 1 or 2% that just 1% that will tell me that they didn't get an expected uh,
Result.
mark, but always that has always been a very then that has been the genesis of my art, telling
So
stories,
my question,
writing
my
stories.
question, my question would be: you were writing these stories would have been fictions that they use for movie or movie scripts, that they use for movies and all that. Why did you? What made you make the shift from fiction to strategy for business, to marketing, to branding? How did that switch
Mm,
happen?
okay, that particular switch is just a little dramatic, but it happened without me noticing it was happening.
I love the drama.
Yeah, it was very dramatic. It happened without me noticing it was happening. Look, I was doing a lot. I am a very smart person, and then I am very smart, and then I am creative, and then because of the way I programmed myself to always learn, my mind is always opening, and I always want to try things I learn. I always want to try
Mm-hmm.
things I study. I always want to try things I
Yeah.
see. So
Cool.
um when I relocated to Abuja, I thought, okay, since I'm good with social media management, skill is creativity, maybe I would get job and all that and all that. But I noticed some people picked interest in me particularly. Some people like Mr. Rahman picked interest in me particularly when they hear me speak. When they heard me speak, I remember that time when I went to one of the biggest hub in Abuja just for a meeting. I accompanied someone.
Mm-hmm.
That was the genesis of me shifting from creative writing to business. I think that's why I told you that it happened without me noticing it was happening. So I just went there, and then I am a very smart talker. That's another thing with me. That's another skill. Like it's like an anointing. It's like a grace upon me. I am a very smart talker. In fact, if I go for interviews and there are other candidates, except I'm not there, but if I'm there, they should just give up because I'm a very smart talker. I talk not just smartly, but I talk intelligently. So I think that day
Awesome.
I went to the genesis of my shift was the day I went to Ivan. I accompanied someone to that place for a meeting, and so somehow I got engaged in a conversation with another person who asked me, "Who
Yeah.
are you? What do you do? Why are you sitting here so calm?" I
Yeah.
mean, if you ask me any question, I'm seeing you, I'm seeing business. I didn't know when I started pitching. I was explaining to the person that, okay, I am Lami Tanko. I work with so brand, and we do social media
Mm-hmm.
management. We can transform bring your brand imagination to reality. We do this. The person was just looking at me. The person was impressed. He was not the one to employ me, or I don't know how it happened, but he now went to talk to somebody. Should I call the person's name? He went to now talk to somebody that there is this very smart lady outside. You would really love that girl. She's very smart. She talks well, and I think she's good with marketing. And I was like, me? Marketing? Really? Maybe because of the way I spoke. So he introduced me to the person. The person picked interest. And when he spoke to me too, he was blown. He gave me, there and there, he gave me a contract. He didn't mind signing there. Like, I should just resume work the next day, somehow. But okay. It was kind of weird, but I don't hesitate on opportunities. So what happened was I was like, okay, let's give it a try. And that was how I started working with him. But when I started working with him, he groomed me into the business of my skills, and not just creativity, but the business of creativity, the business of thinking, the
Yeah.
business of understanding, the business of communication. He taught me business of this, business of that. Now, you want to ask, how do people learn business of creativity? How do people do
Ye-
business of thinking? you
yeah.
know yeah, but the business of thinking is just like, okay, if I can think, how do I make money out of thinking? How can somebody pay me to think for
Yeah.
them? That is strategy. You grab.
Yeah. I
Hello.
get you clearly. I get.
Yeah,
You
good.
are very clear.
Yeah, so that is strategy. When somebody can pay you to think, somebody can say, okay, I have my business, I have this business for 5 years, I've been running this business for 5 years, what do you think? you know so you'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
you want to know what I think? You can pay me 20,000 naira. Let's sit down 1 hour so I can understand what I think that is going to help your business.
Yeah.
That's consultancy already. So it's just you creating a brand out of every
Yeah.
single thing you know how to do best. So if you know how to think, you can just sit down and be like, okay, I know how to think. So I can help you think how your business is going to move further. And so now, if I can help you think of effective ways to make your business move further, that is strategy already. And if you're paying me, you're paying
Exactly.
for consultancy. So that's like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
already a consultant. So I can just create a brand around it, Lami Consultancy, and boom, I have a brand. So that was it. That was learning the business of what you know how to do best. If you're good with convincing people to buy stuff, like me, that I'm a smart talker, I'm a very intelligent talker. By the time I meet people and I'm like, okay, there's this thing we do, you know, we can bring you
Mm-hmm.
your brand reality, we can bring your brand imagination to reality, we can do this, we can do that. Now, by the time that person say, okay, where is your company? And I now take the person to where the company is. I'm a marketer already. You either call me a marketer, and I'm a marketer. I can turn it to affiliate marketing, where I can meet other brands and tell
Exactly.
them, okay, I can meet other brands and tell them, okay, I can help you sell your products and services. You will give me 40% out of it, and I'm already a business person. So that was how I dived into business without knowing I was diving into business. It was just a shift I embraced.
Awesome. So your story I like, especially because you are going into it. Most of them you did not plan. A lot of them you plan. Um,
Yeah,
you moved that business part, because I know a lot of businesses are not registered because they think they are just writers, or they are just graphic
yeah,
designers, or they are just
yeah,
photographers, but then they don't have a CAC registration, a lot of them. So
yeah.
I noticed you had to go to do the registration, the Lami brand, and then it became a business. Now, why we are doing this is so that people that are watching us are able to copy and replicate. For someone that has walked the walk, you are building bridges for people. for them to cross over.
Sure.
So we are trying. We hope that our story or the story that you share here is going to help to change people's lives and help them make better decisions and get results faster. You get. So what were you thinking? How did the process happen that you moved into becoming a registered business?
Uh, can you repeat the question again, please?
I said, what were you thinking? What was your mind frame when you were thinking of registering your business? When you were going to becoming a registered business, what was the process? What ignited it? And then what made you go into that? I want to know what you were thinking at that point.
Okay. I like I said just recently. I said that I am a very sharp thinker, and now one of the gifts I have is to think. And now when I think, I don't want to limit. I hate limitation, so I don't limit my abilities. That's why I'm able to embrace change when they come.
Yeah.
So because of that, when I started the Lami, in fact, the Lami did not start with the Lami. Now, how it started is even the funniest thing so far. And when I see
Are you
people
there?
playing with that
Okay.
opportunity on Facebook, I am here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. You're clear now.
Okay. Can our audience hear us? Hello, are you with us? So that it doesn't look like we're just talking within ourselves, having discussions. Hello, if you're here and you
I
can hear us,
I
can you
think
please drop a comment?
yeah.
Can you
I
help
actually
us
think they
drop a
can hear
comment? Let's
us.
know we are together. Please, let's know that we are together.
Yes, they
If
can
you have
hear.
questions, you can
So the
drop
comment
your
is coming in.
questions. Okay, you can see questions from there. Okay. Hi, Namdi Favor. This lady is becoming my favorite audience. So recently, I noticed
Wow,
Namdi. Yeah,
cool.
I noticed her and Ekemi Ibams. I don't know if this
So
person is still here with us. Welcome. Okay, the
Namdi,
comments are coming in.
Namdi Favor, do you have questions? Yeah, Namdi Favor, do you have questions for Lami? If you have a question for her,
You
you can
can
drop the
drop it. I'll
question here
get
and
your
she will
question
answer.
later.
Yeah.
Elisha Bala, hi. Okay, if you're here, please drop your comments. Let us know that we are together. Let it not be like we are just having roundtable discussion without you. This is for everybody,
Yeah.
and I would love us all to make it interactive, please.
So
Okay, so yeah.
where we were, you were in the process of telling us what happened that you became a registered company or a registered brand.
Yeah, I was saying that it happened, like it happened in the most simplest, in a way that when I see people use the opportunity that turned me from a nobody or from just a struggling creative who I am today is the same opportunity
Yeah.
or the same thing I see people joke with on Facebook, and it just makes me wonder if people think far at all, if they picture the future at all, and if they see possibilities in whatever they put their time and effort into. Because making money or becoming a recognized brand, it's about utilizing your time and effort well. It's not
Yeah.
about knowing how to do these things. It's about utilizing whatever you put your time, your effort, your energy into, making it productive. Now, how it happened in 20, it happened when I clocked, I have 65, approaching 66,000 followers now on Facebook, but it happened when I had
Yeah.
10,000 followers. So the day I hit 10,000 followers, I celebrated it like somebody who just have 1 million or 1 billion followers. 10,000, but I
Wow.
celebrated it so much that you would think I just clocked 1 million followers. So because of the way I was happy and the energy I used to celebrate it, and I say, okay, why don't I rebrand? Why don't I change my style? So now I have, it's a lot for 10,000 people to follow you aside 5,000 friends. It's a lot for
Yeah.
10,000 people to find value in you and follow you. and seeing the quality of people I have, it was worth celebrating for me. So I now said, okay, at this point, what do I do better to attract more quality audience and also to give me another a special appearance online? So for me, it was just an effort of trying to rebrand. And I said, okay, let my brand name, since people know me with Lami already, okay, why don't I start with what if the brand name just be Lami Says? So, but to be honest with you, I started Lami Says as just a brand where I'll be making advert. At least let me start charging people for the audience I have. You know, if you want me to advertise your products, your services, you can pay me 2,000 naira, as low as 2,000. You can pay me as low as 3,000 naira to advertise your stuff on my wall. And then I will now rebrand the way I talk, you know, the way I approach topics, the way I approach issues, the way I approach trends. Let me change it. So because I've always been the corporate kind of person, I said, okay, let me start approaching it now like a corporate entity. Let me start talking like a corporate entity. Let me address trends. Let me address topics. Let me address issues. Let me address people's experiences like a brand now, not just like any regular Facebook user. And so that was how my writing changed. My style of writing changed too. The things I talk about changed. The things I get myself involved with changed. And before I know it, from 10,000 followers, I grew rapidly. Even before that year ended, I had 20,000 already. That's additional 10,000 quality audience following me. So I was not registered at that time as Lami Says. I was planning to, but the idea why I did not register fast was because when I just said I wanted to change, to me, it was just me trying to rebrand. But the quality of audience I had started hiring me to do bigger jobs than I thought I could. You know, people would just approach you. We love your writing style. We love the way you approach topics. Can you write about this? How much would you charge? That was another journey of ghostwriting. I was like, oh, you want me to write for you? Yeah, can you write on this? I said, no, hello. How much do you charge? I give my rate. And before I know it, another person will come and say, oh, you're a creative writer. Can you teach me creative writing? Can you teach me the way you write? Teach me. How much would you charge me? I was like, okay, all right. You know, and another person will come and say, you write so well and you know how to attract audience. You know how to get people to engage in your content. I still have these messages on my Facebook. They say, you know how to write well, you know how to attract people to your wall, you know how to get people to engage. Can you help us manage our social media wall? Let us like, okay. So that was the genesis of my social media management brand. That was when it started growing officially. I started charging officially for it. And before that time, before me getting to that time, I was already a social media manager, just working under other people that were just outsourcing to me. You know, but I never thought of making it a brand for myself. But since people started reaching out to me, I said, okay, why don't I collect these my capabilities? Why don't I collect these my abilities, these my creativities? Why don't I collect them under one umbrella? So from Lami Says, I sat down one day. Anybody that contacts me for anything, I'll tell the person I am on break. I'm on break. Now, can you give me 1 second? Let me show you what I did. When I took that 1 second break, let me show you what I did.
Okay.
Okay. Here I am. So when I took that break from accepting people's jobs coming in for me, when people will say, do this for me. So I now thought of rebranding, of putting my brand into a better umbrella and making it into a full corporate brand, you know, because I started having other brands. This time around, it was not individuals reaching out to me. It was other brands reaching out to me, like business, big brands telling me, Lami, I want to work with you. I want you to do this. I want you to do that for me. So I said, okay. let me register it officially as a brand so that it will give foreign bodies the confidence, or more bigger brands the confidence to work with me.
With you. Excellent.
Yes. Yeah. So I said, okay. So I said my name Lami is already a brand on its own. I didn't want to lose it. So I said, okay, let me make it an abbreviation of the name. And I wanted it to, I hate doing things. I know that we all start from somewhere. We start like small, and then you grow big. But if I am
Yeah.
going to start, I'd rather start good and become better, then become the best. Or let me start
Awesome. Yeah.
better, then become best later. But I hate to start small, then do good. It kind of made me a mediocre or something like that. And I hate feeling like a mediocre. So
I get you.
I saved up
I get
money.
you.
Yeah, I saved up money while I was rebranding. I saved up some money. I was not buying, I was not even eating enough food. People who knew me then know that I wasn't even eating enough food. I didn't touch my room. I make sure I save a lot of money. Then I now approached a lawyer. I said, I want to register a company. The person said, a company or a brand name? I said, a company, a full company. That's what I want to register. The person said, let me start from somewhere now. Start from, I said, no, I want a company. She said, do you have share? I said, tell me what I need. I will supply it, but I want a company. The
Okay.
person was shocked, but the person was moved by my audacity. You know, the person was
Yeah.
moved, and the person said, okay, if you want to register as a company, you can have 3 to 4 shareholders, you as the CEO,
Shareholders. Yeah.
secretary, yes,
Mm-hmm.
director, gave me all those information. Then the person, because the person saw how courageous I was, the person said, okay, I would advise that you trademark first before you register with CAC as a company. Because she said the way I am growing, I'm growing really fast, and people are watching me. A lot of people, eyes are on me. I should make sure I trademark first, because when I register the name as a
Yeah.
as a company, other people will rush to trademark it so that I will lose it, or so that I buy from them. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So first thing I paid for was for trademarking. Immediately, I I reached out to my graphics friend. I told him, look, I have my company, but I didn't have money. Another thing again that creatives need to learn is the ability to negotiate with other creatives. You can't do everything on
Okay.
your own. Yeah, the ability to negotiate or collaborate with other creatives. It's a very powerful tool, because what is keeping a lot of creatives down is that I don't have the money to hire a graphics guy. I don't have the money to hire a videographer. You must not have the money to hire all these people. When I started, I didn't have shishi to hire anybody. In fact, after my registration, I was broke to stupor. But I had a tactical team. I had a full tactical team. What I did was, I
Wow.
told the graphics guy, I said, look, I have a
Wow.
vision. I have a vision. I have this, the company I have, Life and Art Hybrid Media Innovation. I need a logo. I need a brand color. Can you handle it for me? He said, how much will I pay him? I said, guy, I don't have money. I don't have shishi. But if you believe in me, and you believe that
Yeah.
I could, and you believe that this vision is going to be something worth it, please design a logo for me and give me a befitting brand color, because I trust you. Then we are going to make this money together, but I can't pay you what you're worth right now. The guy was interested. In fact, that guy reached out to me by himself. He told me, Lami, let's work together. So he reached out to me that time. I didn't rebrand yet. But when I rebranded and he wanted me to pay for professional services, and I told him I can't, but if you believe in the brand, go ahead. And the guy said he believes. In fact, he's willing to go this journey with me. And he came up with a very simple but classy logo for me. And that was
Wow.
how we trademarked first. Then I went ahead to register it as a company. The day I announced on my wall that Lami has been trademarked and registered, I got lots of gifts. You would think, like, the way my audience celebrates me, it's so humbling. Like, it is so humbling. It is humbling because they saw my journey, they experienced me. They experienced my growth.
Wow.
So they were impressed that, man, this girl is willing to grow, and let's support her grow. Those that can give me
Awesome.
monetary support gave me monetary support. Those that can clap for me, those that could clap, they clapped. Those that could help me spread the word, they shared. It was so humbling. I've never been celebrated that much before. So they shared, and that was how other bigger brands on IG, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on IG, LinkedIn, Twitter. That was how they started reaching out. They started reaching out to me. You know, they said they saw people share, and they came to my wall. They were impressed with what they saw, and they want to work with me. How much do I charge? And that was how bigger brands, more than I imagined, started coming for me, started coming for us. And then I met other creative. I told them that, okay, you know what? I am now a company, I know. And money is coming in, I know, but please, I don't want to use this money and not work. Can you come and help me
Yeah.
work so that when we work, we give results? We can have money that we can spend, you know? And they were like, and because of the
You know,
way they know
you,
me,
you know it's so hard. You know it's so hard in a world nowadays where
yes,
people that are making money just to impress. It's hard for you to have
yeah,
money and then not impress. Not buy fancy stuff. Most people, as they
ah,
get the job, they are paid for the job.
yes,
They go spend the money to
yes, but
prove.
they want to look good
To
first. Yeah,
they spend the money first before they do the job, and they take a little amount of the money to now do the job. So if they don't get another job, they complain, and
they complain. True.
yeah. So I can understand how you are moving this thing, and it's impressive that you could do that, and then it is not what somebody just thinks from their head to do. You get what I mean? Which is why we say those of us that have done the
Uh,
journey, come show these people the journey so that people can get mentorship
can I
over time.
can I have a second, please? Like, I'm having several. I know it's a little unprofessional, but can you excuse me? 1 minute, 1 second.
Sure,
Is that
sure,
okay?
sure.
1 second. Thank you.
It's
Please,
it's it's fine. It's fine.
you can drop your questions,
It's
please,
fine.
if you have any. I will
Yeah.
get questions.
So the long and short of everything Lami is saying is this: it doesn't matter how creative you think you are, you just have to put in the work. Hmm? If you put a creative person that isn't putting in the work and a hardworking person that is very creative, it will be very obvious the hard work is going to beat the creativity. And this has happened over and over and over and over again. Hard work always will beat creativity anytime. You get me? So Lami, we have done 43 minutes into this session. I promise you we're going to do 30 minutes. But I'm feeling your energy. I'm sure you're not even looking at the time. You
No,
allow
I
us
was
do
not. I would have
one
just
hour.
told you.
You would
Uh,
yeah, you want us to even do more than an hour. You get, and it's impressive to see people come to say, oh, I'm spending 20 minutes to do this job for you, and then you start doing the job. You spend 2 hours doing the job, not because the person is paying you extra money, but because you love what you're doing and you are willing to put in the effort to do more. You get, and then which
sure.
is why when those people that love what they do and are willing to put in the effort to do them, when they charge high, people are like, why are you charging high? You get what I mean? Because you give them
Yes.
excellent job. You get what I mean? So let me
Yes.
I give you so much. I give you thumbs up. Like I wish I have 4 hands. I'll give you, you know, thumbs up like with 4 of them. So I give you a thumbs up right here.
Thank
I want
you.
everybody to know that I'm
Thank you,
giving you a
boss.
thumbs up. You're an amazing person. I I I am impressed to have you. And mind you guys, Lami will be speaking at the MFG Summit. Yeah, 2022. She will be speaking at the MFG Summit. Lami, come rain, come shine, you'll be speaking in that summit. You get me?
Amen.
So while we're saying telling these stories, a lot of people will be wondering, including me, oh, it's so hard. I have to be smart. I have to have this. I have to have that. Um, what would you tell most of people looking at you? Most of the people that will watch this, starting out without guidance, what would you tell them to do? First, how would you encourage them that these things are possible? It doesn't mean they are going to get the same kind of results you get, or you got, or you are getting. It doesn't mean they might get even better results. They might not get as much results. They may even not get any result at all. But what would you encourage them to do?
Well, I would just encourage everyone that is starting that you feel you're not adequate enough, that you are enough. But the only thing you need to do is to sit down and embrace your uniqueness. That even if it is just thinking that you know how to think, you can channel it into productive stuff, and before you know it, you're a brand of, who knows, you can be the one that will set up a brand for thinkers. It's possible. If
Mm-hmm.
you know how
Yeah.
that, who knows that jokes, cracking jokes, making people laugh can ever be a brand. But today it is what everybody wants to do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you know how to encourage people, you can. That's how motivational speaking started. But you can come up with it
Yeah.
in another way. You must not do it the way everyone is doing it. Just start and go with the flow. Everything is going to sort itself out with time.
Excellent. 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 It's like I think I've been in communities where they call themselves thinkers. They are called thinkers. So what they
Right,
do in that
right.
community is just hang out and have a take a conversation and break it down and think it through and discuss it. You get,
So
they are usually
yeah.
introverted. They are very introverted people. You get, so there's so much you can do as a creativity, but what gives it
Mm,
the spark, what gives it the fire, is the hard work.
the hard work,
There's a
yeah.
quote
Not giving
that
up on it.
yeah, there's a
Mm,
quote that says, "Until you set yourself on fire, nobody will come watch you burn." You get what I mean? So you have to set off the fire. You have to be sure you're going to put in the work. You get what I mean?
mm.
So let me thank you for sharing your story. At least we get to learn a little about you while you were in Jos, while you were writing novels, while you were
Yeah.
reading Eze Goes to School, um, all
I
those
took it at the
stuff. We
river.
get to and the
Yeah,
river.
yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, guys, before we go, I'll leave you guys with this video. MFG Summit is Friday, this coming Friday, 19th of August.
Sorry, sir. If you would excuse me, I have another meeting. They just call me for another meeting right now.
I understand. Yeah, we are rounding up in 2 3 minutes. We rounded up. So MFG Summit is
Okay,
in
okay.
19, on the 19th. Yeah. So you guys watch this. It's about just 20 seconds or less. So, hey guys, finally we have come to the end of today. I hope you sign up for the MFG Summit. See you on Friday or see you very soon. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will come to your screen, well, into your phone every day.